Hello, this is Chris, ZL1CVD. Today I'd like to show you the screens for CatView. This is the receive screen, and we can see it shows us the frequency, VFO or memory. So if we press the mem button, you can see it will show you the memory number, or VFO depending on what we're doing. And of course we have our S meter here, our mode, and we have this here. This line here is a signal strength indicator over time. So it gives you around about every second it plots the signal strength, the receive signal strength, or your transmit signal strength. Once a second it plots that in a line and gives you like a time delay of what's been happening or what is happening on the band. I find it very helpful, because if I go away from the transceiver while I'm doing something and I come back, I can see what sort of band activity there's been. At the top we have this says CatView here, and it shows RX for the receive screen. And up here is baud, which is telling you the baud rate that the radio is set at. CatView automatically detects that when you connect to it, and it sets the PC baud rate the same as the radio baud rate. So it's a very easy plug and play to connect device. Okay, let's just fire up. I've got on my computer, which over here I've got. I'm firing up MSHV, which is a FT-8 program, so we can have a look at the transmit screen, which is one of the main reasons I developed CatView, was to be able to monitor all my transmit metering at the same time. So we're just finding right now I'm finding a clear frequency on FT-8, and I'm going to start the transmit cycle. Now what happens is when my transceiver starts transmitting, CatView will automatically go into the transmit screen that we see here. And at the top, this line here is showing you the power output. Underneath we have these are all bar graphs. They're all updated in real time. Okay, so the cycle's just gone back to receive. You'll note on the histogram that you can see the transmit signal in red. So as you change your output power level, the height of that red signal will also change. Back into another transmit cycle, we can see our SWR on this bar graph. This bar graph here shows ALC. If you're in SSB mode and you've got the processor on, your compression level will be shown here. And of course the bottom ID bar is for the current drawn on the final transistors. So if you're only using, it will vary as per the output power of your transceiver. It's also a handy way of detecting if you have a fault in your transmitter. If it's drawing too much current up here, you'll see that. Other indicators, we can see our power is set to 70, the tune is turned on, our level from the PC or the microphone, depending on the mode. There's several ways on the FT-891 to set your microphone level, or the level from the rear of the FT-891. CatView automatically detects what mode you're set to and where the audio is coming from, and it will display that level there. We can see that the process is off. If it was on, we would see the level. We can see the mic equalizer is off, and if it was on, it would just show on. Now, SRC down the bottom here is the source of the audio that's going to the FT-891 for transmit. You can have the sources either the front panel microphone or the rear panel data port. In my case, I've got the source SRC set up for data. Okay, we can see that PTT, what that means is, how is the FT-891 transmitting? Okay, it's going to be either the microphone. If the source is mic, which is the front panel, then PTT will always be from the mic. But if the source is data, then the PTT can be coming from DAC, which means basically cat control, or it could be several other RS-232 compatible sources, but it should be set to DAC. And a lot of information, queries that I've seen on on threads on social media, people have had problem with, I've got it connected up, either my audio's not correct or it won't transmit for me. What's causing that? Often it's the source and it's the PTT method. We also have, as indicated down here, Vox. We can see whether the Vox is on or off, what the source for Vox is, and the last 2 digits is the level of Vox is set to. This is handy for when you're using single sideband and you don't want to have to keep pressing the microphone. You can turn Vox on and this will show you that it's on and the level. Again, in forums I've read that people have accidentally started transmitting and have got no reason why. Well, the reason has been that they've got the Vox turned on. So as you can see, the transmit screen here shows a lot of information about what's going on. Now, it's also really handy to set up setting up things like your ALC level, and we'll do that in another video shortly. Thanks for watching my video. That was a quick summary on the CatView screens.